his steady foot-to-foot shuffle. "Cold never bothered me much," said Raymond, watching as the door to the building opened and an old couple came out, already leaning into the night as the blast of icy air ran frozen across their faces and down their backs. "They're old, rich, no trouble, no bubble," said George, his bulky body nudging Raymond toward the light beyond the shadows of the buildings and the dumpster. Raymond watched the old couple struggle against the cold wind. The old man almost toppled over, but caught his balance just in time and moved cautiously forward, gasping through the wind, reaching behind him to pull the old woman with him. "No," said Raymond, stepping back into the shadow so the old couple wouldn't see him. "No," moaned George, turning completely around in a circle like a frustrated child. "No. Man, what we come all the way down here for? Place is closer. Over back there on Chestnut, you know. Look at those old olds. They got money, rings, stuff. Just take it. Throw them old people in the air and let the wind take them." "Up," said Raymond, his eyes back on the entrance to the high-rise condo building. "Up?" "Up," said Raymond. "We came uptown, north, not downtown." George stopped turning and looked as if he was going to cry. "Up, down, what's the difference here? I got no watch. I got no need. I got no job like you got." Raymond ignored him and looked up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 floors to a lighted window covered with frost. A shape, a woman, stood in the window. "Carol?" Carol turned away from the window and faced Charlotte Flynn. "Carol, are you all right?" Charlotte said. "You look—" "Fine," said Carol, touching the older woman's hand and giving her a small, pained smile. "Just tired." "God," said Charlotte, looking at her watch. It's past midnight. Poor thing. You must be exhausted." Carol shrugged. Charlotte was a sleek, elegant woman in a simple black dress. Charlotte was plastic surgery taught with a cap of perfect silver hair. Charlotte had been the wife of a television station manager for more years than Carol had been on Earth, and Charlotte's husband was, for another month, the boss of Carol's husband, David. In 1 month, David was being transferred by the network to New York City, where he would be program manager. Not exactly higher in rank or salary than Bernie Flynn. The jobs were not parallel, but certainly equal to Bernie, with the promise, no, the likelihood that David would one day be Bernie's boss if Bernie did not retire or move on. And so the evening had been, as Carol knew it would be, awkward. Awkward and long. Carol wondered at least 5 times, through poached salmon she could barely touch and conversation that had an edge sharp enough to cut a throat, whether she could keep from screaming. "I think David should get you home," Charlotte said gently, taking Carol's hand. "Your hands are freezing." "Circulation," said Carol. "Doctor says it's normal." "I don't remember," Charlotte said. "My youngest, Megan, is 34. I have a vague sense of being pregnant for 2 or 3 years and suffering 2 hours of something white and loud that must have been pain." Carol nodded. "Oh, God," Charlotte said, closing her eyes and shaking her head. "That was a stupid thing for me to say." "It's all right," Carol said. "Really, I think we should go." "Sit down," Charlotte said. "I'll get David and your coat." The older woman strode confidently through the thick gray carpeted living room dining room furnished in contemporary Scandinavian white wood, the look broken up only by the out-of-place yet tasteful 18th century English oak sideboard that Bernie Flynn had brought back from England a decade ago when he covered a summit meeting in London. The sideboard had been converted to a bar.